Okay, today we've come down to the other end of Ewen Maddock Dam compared to where we were the other day. The other day I was a couple of days off going into surgery, so now I'm about 3 weeks after surgery, so hopefully I'm able to walk a bit more and we'll see how we go. But we'll just show you the map here. So we're starting where it says you are here, and the other day we made it to there. So
From here.
from there. So we're going to try to do as much as I can handle today of that trip. The difference is today we bought water and snacks so we can spend a bit more time and take it easy.
So we're on the path. It started in the sun. We then went through shade. And it's back to sun again. So hopefully the whole thing isn't too sunny, because we're going to get very hot if it is. How cute are they?
As we walk along, we can really hear the sounds of the birds. So we might just stop so it stops our footprints. Wow, there's just so many different birds. Hopefully it's coming through on the speaker as well as it is for us. As we turn around the first corner, we notice that the bush changes a bit. So it was very like Australian bush back there, and then it just changes to rainforest.
And the bird sounds changed too.
You know, not even 100 metres from where we recorded the last bit.
Just want to stop so we can get that whip bird a bit more.
Well, that little section of rainforest was short-lived. Assuming that we'll get back into it. All right, we're about just over 2k into the walk, and we're walking past somebody's property in the background. Now, in other countries such as Scotland, you have that Freedom to Roam Act where you're allowed to respectfully walk through somebody's property to get somewhere else. In Australia, you cannot do that. Not sure, what are your thoughts on that? Should Australia have the Freedom to Roam, or should other countries get rid of their Freedom to Roam Act? Let me know in the comments.
Oh, so we're not quite where we thought anyway. We thought we were up here.
All right, yep.
We're actually there.
So we'll continue on that way, by the looks of it.
Into the sun. There's heaps of birds out there. Look at all those little birds there, and then there's another sort of flock there.
In the background you may notice a house. What a cool place to live, but there's also a little tree house. I'm not sure if that's going to show up in there. I mean, what a cool place. Imagine growing up here as a child, just this is your back door or front door, whichever way. We started this trip a little bit later than what we'd hoped. And I must admit, I've been getting a little bit hungry, but I thought I better not say anything because, you know, we didn't bring much. And
then I announced, is it time for snacky snacks?
And my heart just went, yes, it is. So, but we're still going to walk for a little bit and then we'll have a snack in a moment. Mind you, it is about 11:30, so it's actually pretty close to lunchtime. So we didn't bring lunch with us, all we brought was some snacks.
Now, we could go that way, but that actually is just a little track to the side. We'd have to come back again. We're going to keep going this way. Head up to White Loop, which isn't too much further, and will actually get us closer to the dam.
To snacks, I reckon.
To snacks, yes.
Get us closer to snacks. Jack's now discovering that I'm making up more distance on this walk because I'm running ahead, setting up the camera and then coming back. And she can't let that happen, so she's off to have her walk.
I have the snacks.
She's shouting, but forgetting that she's actually got the microphone on her. But she says she's got the snacks. I hope she comes back. The good thing is the more we consume, the lighter our bags get. But maybe the heavier I get. That's not a good thing. Anyway, eat the food. I think there's a goanna in the bush over here. We'll have a look. It's a baby. Absolute baby. They do get a lot bigger than that.
We made it to White Loop. So you could keep going straight ahead, but we're going to turn right.
And that's about 4 kilometres. Actually, it'll be less than 4 kilometres because I've actually been walking off the track a little bit. There's another goanna.
Still a bit of a baby.
Yeah, the little ones out here.
Oh, did he move? Right.
So he's up there a little bit more now. Now you've heard about drop bears. I'd be a bit more afraid of this thing jumping out at me. This sort of grass has a Jurassic Park feel to it.
This grass though is also probably quite sharp if you tried to pull a bit out. Or as we call it in Australia, bladey grass.
Yeah, it will cut your hands. Okay, it looks like a little track off to the side that goes down to the water. We haven't had much opportunity to get down to the actual water edge yet. This is fairly close, so I'm just going to go down and have a quick little look. So just come back off that track that we went down, got to fly the drone around a little bit, but now we're going to head back up to continue the loop to head back to the car. Now if you're looking at the map, I think this is called the White Loop.
We did the White Loop, this is actually main track, but...
Correction, main track. Maybe the same goanna as before, not sure, but just scared the living daylights out of us. Look at those claws. Are you glad you packed the tripod?
Haven't used it yet.
That is a baby. Handy little tip. If you want to see goannas like what we have, just as you're walking, listen for the little scurrying in the bush and generally then go check one of the tree trunks. Because that's where they run for a bit of safety. So just remember, they're more scared of you than you are of it.
I don't know.
Actually, yeah, I don't know. Actually, there are some people that are really petrified. You shouldn't be as scared of them, okay? They'll leave you alone most of the time. Unless you're out at freshwater. Is it freshwater down on the North Shore? They have been known to run up people's legs there. So yeah, just watch out over there. I've had a reasonably good day. I go back and see my surgeon on, well, Monday, so about half a week away. And hopefully I can get the clearance to start to walk further than what I've been allowed to. So I've seen a GP and he's told me, look, just don't do any more than 10K a day until you go back and see the surgeon.
We've been hovering at about 7, 8.
Yeah, so we do 7, 8, making sure that I don't damage myself. My body's getting a little bit older, so I definitely don't want to risk it and hurt it. And the whole point of this, the whole point of this is to recover before I get to Scotland. So we actually cancelled work, or sort of we gave notice at work. No more work. So no, we gave notice to our work. We're both teachers, and the school that we work at, they were awesome about it. And they've given us about 1.5 years off leave without pay. So if there's a position back at the school when we come back from Scotland, we can sort of take off from where we left off, or pick up from where we left off. I teach maths, not English. And so what we're doing is we're going to commit to Scotland for 1 year and then see how that goes. So we'll judge it. We may love it. We may stay there forever.
Anyone could do a year.
Anyone could do a year. But considering that, what's it today? I think it was 26 degrees when we got out the car. And we got into the bush where the shadows were. And I don't know, like the might have dropped to about 22 degrees, and that's in my opinion, that's beautiful weather. That's just,
Apart from the humidity, it is actually humid.
it's a little bit humid. Yeah, humidity is a hard thing to cope with. So when you come here, you are allowed to have dogs on leash. Now, a lot of people sort of think, my dog's fine, it doesn't attack animals, or and stuff like that. And some people do know their dogs well enough to know that, but that's not the point of it. While it is to stop some wildlife getting attacked by dogs, it's actually to help protect the koalas, because a dog will go and pee on any tree, it doesn't care. But the koala, when it gets to that tree and it smells that scent, it thinks, oh, there's a predator around here, I won't go up that tree. Now, if that's their only food source, they're going to struggle.
And also their escape route.
And it's their escape route too. So they need as many trees as they can to climb up and to come down. And if you let your dog just run around and just wee on any old tree in the bush here, you're really restricting the movement of the koalas. Oh, here we go, slightly bigger goanna. Heard the noise, decided to look.
And you can see why the tree he climbed up is called a paper bark, because it's just very
Papery.
same sort of.
So the actual real name for it is Melaleuca. Car's just over there. It's now 1:30. I think that's definitely lunchtime.
Yep, not just a snacky snack, but lunch. So started here, finishing here, went out all the way along here, ignored these, just kept going, ended up doing White Loop and then coming back all that way. Lunchtime.
Lunchtime.